Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a library pocket folder. I saw this on Septeria 18's YouTube channel, and I'm going to do a couple things that are going to work up to another project. I seen she made the one project and then she added a couple of these things into it. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start off by making this folder first, and then there'll be a couple more videos to go with it, and then we'll see what it is in the end. So I hope you enjoy it. It'll be like a little series. So if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. And we're going to start out with a piece of paper that is, let's see, 10 inches by 4.5 inches. And we're going to make some score marks on it. So we're just going to turn it upside down. And our first score line will be at 2 inches. Then we're going to go 5.25 inches. And then we're going to go 8.75 inches. Okay. And then let me see. We're going to just leave it like this for a minute. And we're going to fold this 2-inch. I can move this off of the desk now. We're going to fold this 2-inch piece over. Just kind of flatten that out. Then we can just, at the 5.25 inch, we can fold that over. Make sure you're all lined up good and everything. And we can flatten that one down. Then on this last one at the 8.75 inch, we're just going to fold it back over this way. And that's going to make our little folder. Okay, so that's what it'll look like when it's done. So let's just fold this back out. I'm going to make a thumb notch right here. Somewhere around in the center. It doesn't have to be real deep. Now, you can use double-sided paper if you have it. I didn't have double-sided paper, so we're just using single-sided. Then you could also just ink it up a little bit, and I kind of thought about that. So instead of having just the white showing, I think I might go ahead and do that. Okay, so I did most of it because you don't want to sit here watching me do this. And all I'm using is my brush. And I'm just brushing it over the paper. And then that'll just be that you don't have such white paper in the background. But I can't always say that that really bothers me. Some people don't like the white. So that color goes good with it. Okay. So now we can go ahead, excuse me, we can go ahead and glue this pocket down. And I'm only going to glue these 2 sides. So this is a pretty fast project. So you could make a lot of these up in advance and use in your other projects. Okay, so that's going to be a pocket there. Then over here on this part, we're going to put another pocket, and this is going to be our library pocket. So when I cut this one, I cut it at 3.5 inches by 4 inches. And then I just scored a 1/2 inch on the 3 sides. Let me just put this up here. Turn it over and put it in your scoreboard. Just do a 1/2 inch. And then over here, the 1/2 inch. Then turn this sideways and do your 1/2 inch on the bottom. Okay. And you can just fold them over and crease them. And then on your corners, I just cut a little angle off at the top, and then I cut this angle off at the bottom. So when you fold them in, you don't have all that bulk. Okay. And we're going to turn this, or no, we're not going to turn it over. We're going to leave it like this. We're just going to kind of center, oh wait a minute, I have to do a thumb notch in this. Then we'll center it. Oh, hello. That didn't work well. My finger slipped off of the trigger. So we'll go down just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So we fold all of our folds in, and then we're just going to center it in this part. Put our glue on, and then having these little folds like this gives you a little bit more room in your pocket. Now, like I say, you can do double-sided paper on this. The ones that she did was really pretty, but only double-sided paper I have are in 6x6 pads. So you can ink your paper like this. You can use a stencil and go over it. You can actually cut other paper and glue on it, and that works also. Okay, and it'll fold up and be like that. So I'm going to go to the front, and I'm going to put on my decorations. Now along this edge here, I want to put this lace. I thought about putting it across the bottom, but I like it out here. I don't know, I generally don't put lace along the edge like this, but I kind of thought that was pretty. So that's what we're going to do. Something different. Sometimes you gotta change it up a little bit. Make sure I have it the right way. And just a little glue under there to hold that down. This lace was used by someone else in a little project. They made Christmas ornaments out of it. And I paid like $1/4 for the whole bag. So I took the little ornaments apart, and I've been using this lace quite a bit. I like to go to garage sales and that and look for crafting stuff. Okay. Then I want to place this so it can just barely be under that fold. I just don't want to lose my whole flower. So I'm going to glue it on something like that. And I just lightly inked around the little embellishments. I didn't ink around the folder itself. Of course, you can do it however you wanna. So just slide that under there a little tiny bit. So how's everyone doing today? I was planning on getting this video up yesterday, and it's kind of a busy day, so we'll do it today. There we go. Okay, let me see. Now we're going to decorate our little pocket here. And I have this. It's like a little bottle with a flower inside. And this little butterfly. I'm not overly decorating it. Well, that's a lot of glue. Sometimes my Fabri-Tac gets carried away with itself. Okay, just put that on there. And the little butterfly. And then we'll give him his little antennas so I don't forget. Then we'll go over to this pocket. And I'm going to put another piece of this lace on the bottom of this pocket. And then we'll just trim these off. And we'll add this little flower pot and another little butterfly, because of course I like butterflies. I'm just going to barely slide the pot underneath the top of the lace. So it's a very quick project. Okay, let me wipe this off. Now we have our little tags. I'm going to make one to go in the side. Now this paper is not really, it's kind of a lighter weight cardstock. So I'm going to put my tags on just a file folder for the background. If you use using all cardstock, you wouldn't have to, but... And for a little lightweight folder like this, you probably really don't have to back your tags, but I thought that it would just make it a little nicer. I'm just going to trim the edges off. Pretty windy here today, but it's in the middle 60s. We've had all kinds of crazy temperatures here lately. 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, now 60s. Okay, now I'm just going to round the corners on this because it's going to sit in there sideways. So I'm not going to do the, I'm not going to cut the angles. I'm just going to round them. And then I just want to put this small piece of lace out here on the edge, because when it's in the pocket, then you'll be able to see the lace. And we're going to put this little thing on. It's just, I don't know, it's made like a label, but it has flower on it. So we're going to put that down. And I just barely inked around the outside. If you haven't seen any of Septeria 18's videos, you should go watch. She makes such pretty stuff. Years and years ago, I watched her also. And then we're going to add a little word on here. And it says create. I'm just going to put it like that. And then this will just slide into this pocket. And see, you see your lace sticking out there, so that's kind of cute, huh? Okay, now our tag for this, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on. Now I'll tell you what size this is. This tag, and you would do it to fit yours because it just depends on how much glue you put on. It's almost 3 inches wide by 4 inches long. So it just depends on, you know, what size you make it. And you can make these taller. If you want a taller folder, you can make these taller, whatever size you want. And this one, this is what I have it cut at, so we'll see when we're done. 4.5 by 2. And I think that that'll stand up just a little bit above, but I might trim it just a little bit, so we'll see. this piece of file folder was just a cutoff from something else, and it was like a perfect size because this started out to be a 12 by 12. So I guess I should have said that first, you know. Now, it's only if you have a 12 by 12. If you have a 10-inch or a 12-inch wide paper, I should say. If you only have 10-inch, that's fine. You can use whatever for this tag. But if you have a 12-inch piece, then this is a cutoff from the end. So you cut that 2 inches off of the end of your 12-inch wide piece to make this 10 inches. And then the leftover piece you can use as your tag in this pocket. So this tag in this pocket, you would just have to have extra paper to make a tag for there. So let's see how high this sticks up. And if you don't have extra for this tag, you can make this tag wider, because this is an opening of 3 inches. And the way that it's made, you have the room in there to go your 3 inches wide. So I would just cut it under 3 inches. So let's see. So see, that fits down in there perfectly. So you can also, you know, if you have your extra piece and you make your tag for there, you can just also make another tag to go in there. And that would work good too. Now I want to cut my angle for this one. So just cut that. Now someone suggested that when you make these little patterns like this, to use a plastic card, like an old credit card or debit card or that, because when you use cardboard, you can cut into these and it varies your size. Well, it's true because I've cut into mine before. But that's quite all right. I think I'll go ahead and just barely ink around the outside. Should have done that on my other card too. I was going to and forgot. Okay, so let me do that while I'm thinking of it. And that just finishes the edge off. So if you have anything showing from your background when you cut it, okay. So let's see. So I don't think I'm going to cut anything off of there, because you'll just see the top of your tag sticking up. And that's kind of cute. All right, now I have this lighter weight lace, and I'm going to put it on the bottom of the tag. Thought about doing a longer one and doing it on the side, but I'm not. I'm just going to put it across the bottom. It's a very, very thin, fine lace. So if you're not looking really hard, you really can't see the design in it, but it is kind of cute, kind of pretty. I should quit calling it cute, huh? Let's see, how do I want to put this? Maybe I didn't put enough glue on. Maybe I let it dry, that's what it was. Now I don't know where I got this lace from, but it was all coiled up in a roll, so it's really kind of wrinkled. pull it this way just a little. So I have to make sure that I have enough glue on it to hold it down flat. And that just dresses the bottom of that up a little tiny bit. Then I'm going to put this little flower on here. Now you can make these up and just do your folder, and you can decorate them when you get ready to do your journal or whatever you're putting them in. You don't have to decorate them all at first. You can have them all cut and ready to go. Cut and your pocket glued in, and then you just add your embellishments when you get ready to use it. Then on this up here, we're just going to put Glorious. So it would be a really good mass make, and if you have a lot of 12 by, or you know, the 12-inch wide leftover strips, or your 10-inch, or even if you use a couple narrower pieces and splice them together, doesn't really matter. Okay, then I'm just going to put some of this ribbon at the top. Don't have to make it really long. Let me set that up. So I'm just going to staple this on. And then we're going to set this down in here. So that's pretty. And then when you have it closed, you have this showing in your topper. Okay, now on our closure, I cut around a circle, and I think it measures like 1.5 inches. So I just punched that out of this paper, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Do I want it going this way, or do I want it going this way? Do I want it going this way? I think so. Then I get all of these pretty colors. So we're just going to fold it in half. And we're going to glue it on our flap, kind of around in the center. And both sides are the same, so it doesn't matter. So kind of around in the center. Then we're just going to take our little hole punch and punch a hole, hopefully around in the center. Looks pretty good. Then I'm just going to use some of this crochet cotton. Now, if you want to put a little eyelet in there, or even like the paper reinforcer, but this is going to make the hole a little stronger because the paper is doubled on both sides. So just going to hold some of this out here and close our book. Which way do I want to wrap it? I don't know which way I want to wrap it. Do I want to go down through? I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know. we'll give it a whirl. We'll see what we like better. Like this. No, I think I have to have it come up the other way. So we'll go this way and wrap it around. So now you can do this once, or you can do it a couple of times. We'll do it a couple of times. You can do it once or however many you want. So I'm not tying it to the hole. So when you open it, you can just pull it off, and I don't know if I like it that many times. I think I only want it on there once. I think that would be better. So let me cut this down here and even this up a little bit more. So I think I only want it wrapped around once. But you can do it however you like. You can use this. You can use yarn, anything that you want. That's not very tight because, like, I really have a hard time lately with this little thread, trying to hold it and tie my knots and make sure they're all good. But you have the gist anyway. See, I just keep pulling the string out longer. My fingers don't like to do what they used to do. Well, anyway, I don't think I have it put through there right. So that is our little folder. So when you want to open it up, just untie it, pull it back. You don't even have to take it out of there. And then open it up and you have your little journal tag. And you have another little journal tag. And I think that's good. I think we're going to try it going this other way. See if that works better. I might have had it right the first time. But I know you don't want to sit here and watch me play with this string. Oh, I think that was better. So I was going the wrong way with the string. So that's holding it good. All right, everyone. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. And then just keep in mind we're going to have a couple more to follow this one. So until the next time, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.